There are people willing to be interviewed. The Tech Guy's Midnight Court is still on. And we have a lady who's been listening to all the various people come on. What's your name, ma'am?
Donna Marie Fred.
And Donna, where are you from?
Findlay, Ohio.
Findlay, Ohio. You know, you are the first person from Ohio I've interviewed a lot of people today. No one from Ohio, although no, like that's not true. I interviewed people from Cleveland and a CASIC delegate from Chicago, actually. Well, so I understand this is your first CPAC?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's very interesting.
Now, what made you decide to come to CPAC this year?
Well, I had an invite. I did a tweet. I tweeted at Hannity. I've been tweeting a lot of different things. And I got an invite from him. You got an invite from him? Does Sean know you, or did he just happen to like the tweet? Well, I told a true story, about something I had done. And I said, if you want to meet or something, you know, I'll tell you the rest of the story. Of course, he knew this was going on, obviously, so he invited me. And this is the first time I've ever been here. I didn't even really know about it much.
All right, so what day did you get in?
When was the first day?
Wednesday was the first day. I got here Tuesday, but Wednesday was the first day.
Yeah, Wednesday.
All right, and what did you see on Wednesday and Thursday that you liked? Obviously, the Hannity taping must have been big for you.
Oh yeah. But I've met a lot of celebrities and important people before in my life, so it's not like a big deal.
So you're not going to be starstruck. So the Tech Guy's Midnight Court. So the Tech Guy's Midnight Court is not going to be that big a deal for you.
No.
But
I was struck at the fact that he was interested. You know, at the time that my story was actually coming to fruition, and actually it was a big deal. But I worked as a nuclear security officer and at a nuclear power plant that was going from coal firing into nuclear power. And there were some interesting things that happened and developed, and I never really thought I was going to go as far as I did with it. I studied criminal justice, and so I think it was that college training, and I think if anything, college training does teach you discipline.
At least college training as it once was, shall we say.
Well, yeah, maybe, because a lot of kids these days, like, look at the kids over there, they're up late. And me, I'm a morning person, so I like to sleep at night.
So why are you up at night? I mean, it is 1:46 a.m. on Friday here at the Tech Guy's Midnight Court. If you're a morning person, how come, how are you, is it that you're still up? I mean, I napped from 7 to 11. My normal work shift on my other job is overnight, so me being up is not odd. But how did you happen to be up to be on the Tech Guy's Midnight Court?
Well, there's so much going on, you know, people having their little parties and things to talk about. And a friend of mine kind of disappeared, so I thought, well, I'll just sit here and charge my phone. So I've been pretty busy on my phone.
All right, now, what is the event? Obviously, there's 2 more days, Friday and Saturday. What are the events you were looking forward to attending and seeing?
Well, I wasn't planning on going to one that had something to do with energy. It had to do with the oil and fracking and things like that. And I'd heard so much from alternate media sources that I just wanted to hear it from sort of the horse's mouth. And you know about what people were thinking when my idea was always, why are we going to Saudi Arabia? Why is there such a fight over this black gold? You know, and then if we started producing our own, I was curious to know whether or not we'd be, paying more for our gas and oil. And as it turns out, I was able to get into one of those classes today. And it was a surprise because things started moving around. It was like the classes that you thought you were going to attend weren't in that same place. So you end up, maybe I think I'll try this one out. So it was very interesting, and I learned a lot, and I liked the interacting.
Well, it's a big deal. I mean, for a person like myself, I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm often surrounded by people who disagree with me as a conservative. Mm-hmm. So it's always a pleasure at CPAC to know that you're among friends, and sometimes that's half of the joy of it, knowing that you have a friendly audience. Now, I'm going to ask you the 4 questions that I've asked just about everybody. Okay. During the primary season, who was your candidate? Mine was Ted Cruz during the primaries. Who was yours?
Donald Trump.
So you were with Trump from the start. What did you see in Donald Trump that some of us did not?
I'll put it this way. At first, he was a little brash, but I thought, well, that's just him. You know, he's a businessman. He's been on television, and you know, he says it like it is. But I didn't mind that part. I didn't mind him saying it like it was. But some people kind of went off the deep end of describing him as being too, well, I guess they were turned off by him being right to the point. But for me, I could understand that. I thought, well, he's making a lot of points. He's making a lot of sense. And I got sick and tired of people making promises and then not following through with them. I was really, frankly, disappointed in what happened with the Obama administration and what happened there towards the end. And I thought, we really need a change. And I had been watching him off and on for the last several years. And every time he was asked, are you going to run for president? He goes, I'd rather not. I'd rather have somebody else, to step up to the plate pretty much and do it. But I thought to myself, well, what if there isn't anybody else? Is he really going to do it? And he did. And I thought, well, you know what? And when he was putting his own money out there, I thought, now there's a man. He's got to be truthful, because if he's willing to put his own money out there and run the course, I'm going to vote for that guy.
And of course, he didn't have to, like you said. He's good. He and his family had a very comfortable life, exactly. And he was going to have a comfortable life. Now, what have you thought of? Of course, the administration's only about 35, 40 days old. What have you thought of it so far?
I think he's doing an excellent job, especially with what he's got to work with. My feeling is, I tweeted him and I told him, when you drain the swamp, you're going to find a lot of rats at the bottom, and you might even find some alligators while you're at it. But
very true.
Yes, and I thought to myself, well, you know what? He has done so much in the first 30 days, and I mean, not just attempt to do something like a lot of them have in the past. They may attempt to do a whole lot of different things, and then you sit there and after so many years you don't see anything come out of it. But he has actually put things in place, and things are actually changing as he's doing it. So it's not like people, the people on the parliament, they can sit there and complain and say, oh, well, he only did this or he only did that. And people can put obstacles up in slowing down in this process of trying to appoint different people to different positions. But he is actually doing some of this stuff and getting those people in there that are hitting the ground running, and they're really doing it. I mean, I've never seen it happen this fast myself. I don't care if he's got 10 people in there, 5 people in there. I mean, things are moving right along.
Well, I have a theory on that I mean to write about, but I haven't. But I think because Trump is an entrepreneur, he considers the people who voted for him as customers. And even if he doesn't agree with some of the things, I think he's going to satisfy his customers. I think that's really what the bottom line is there.
Right.
Now, I want to ask you, if there's one thing, if there was one issue that you could say, this is going to get done in the Trump years, what is the one thing you want to see him accomplish during his presidency that's important to you?
Well, I don't know if people have talked much about it, but being an older American, I've worked hard most of my life, sometimes worked 3 jobs. I raised my 3 kids all by myself. I didn't take any social services.
You sound like my grandfather.
Well, yes. I guess I grew up on those same principles, and I would tell people that worked in the social service industry, and they would say, oh, Donna Marie, you deserve it. You should get it. You're entitled. And I said, you know what? As long as I have 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 feet, and, a brain, and I can get out there and work, I'm going to do that. There may come a time when I need some help. But I wanted to make sure that I had my little nest egg put away. I believe that the Social Security Administration, when the Social Security was started, it was like an insurance policy. You pay into it. And it's an investment. And it's an investment that you come back, and at the end, you reap from that. That's your entitlement. And nobody should take that from you. I haven't heard anybody talk too much about the entitlements. or they have brushed on entitlements and not really explained what they plan on doing. But I would hate to see the entitlements that the older Americans had worked so hard for just disappear. So I hope to God that he doesn't do anything to harm that or bother that.
So the protecting Social Security is your big issue. Well, Donna Marie,
Yes.
I want to thank you for closing out. At least I think I'm going to be closing out the Tech Guys. Every time I think I'm going to stop and go upstairs and go to bed, another interesting person shows up and we end up doing another interview. But thank you for being with the Tech Guys Midnight Court. And I hope you have a great first CPAC, and I hope to see you back next year. And hopefully I'll be back here next year.
Yeah, I plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.